How we doing, guys?
We're doing great. Jason, despite everything that Philly threw at you, fighting for their playoff life basically tonight, you overcame the mistakes, turnovers, pressure, and then what about, how big is this victory with Cooper catching that touchdown and using almost the whole overtime period?
Yeah, obviously it was a challenging game and a hard-fought game on both sides. Something that we try to emphasize to our team is the importance of mental toughness and being your best regardless of the circumstances and playing through success and playing through adversity. I think if you look at the game, we controlled the game. We had the ball for a lot. I think we had the ball for 45 minutes. I don't know that I've ever been in a game where that happened. And we had a lot of success doing things in all three phases of our team. But it wasn't being reflected on the scoreboard. And give them credit for fighting and scratching and clawing and doing the things necessary to stay in the ball game. But I do think our team responded well in a number of different situations throughout the game. When they came back and tied it, they made big plays. We came back and made big plays. They made big plays. And at no point did our guys blink. They just kept playing, kept fighting, kept scratching, kept clawing. They play with a relentless spirit. It's inspirational to me to be around these guys, how they work and how they play. And I thought that was in evidence today. And outstanding job in overtime. We get the ball and just very methodical, made the plays the way we needed, when we needed to, converted some big third downs, converted a fourth down, and obviously the play at the end was a big-time play by those guys when they heated us up. So a lot of different guys contributed to this in all three phases of our team. It was far, far, far from a perfect effort. We have plenty of stuff we got to clean up. We all recognize that, but the spirit was outstanding.
Can you talk about Cooper's impact on this game tonight and specifically the long touchdown in the fourth and then coming back with the winning play?
Yeah, he's a hell of a football player. And, he's made a huge impact on our team since we've gotten him. And I thought he did a good job staying patient early on in the ball game and just continuing to work to get open. And I thought Dak did a really good job getting him the ball in critical moments. Obviously, the huge plays at the end of the game. He scored 3 touchdowns in all the critical moments of the game. He's a hard guy to cover. I think if you watch him week in and week out, you see him catch the ball short, you see him catch the ball medium, you see him catch the ball down the field, you see him make plays after he catches the ball. He's just a damn good football player. We're lucky to have him.
Significant, too. You lose Elliott for a couple of plays, and very next play, he makes a big play for you, just the timing of the plays as well in addition.
Yeah, we're at our best when we're running it and throwing it and getting different guys involved, controlling the line of scrimmage up front with the running game. Zeke's a hell of a football player. The toughness that he plays with time and time again, he made big plays for us. But he did come out of the game and we were able to make some plays in the passing game, and I thought the balance as we went on was pretty good. But we like to give the ball to 21 too. He makes a huge impact every time he goes out there.
What went into the 4th and 1 decision? Obviously, if you kick a field goal, the game's not over. So what?
Just that. Just want to stay aggressive. Really, what you're trying to do with every decision you make there is you're trying to put your team in the best position to win. And a lot of people get caught up in this coach was aggressive, that coach wasn't aggressive. That's really not what it's about. It's the decisions are designed to help your team win and put your team in the best position to win. And we just felt in that situation we could make it. We wanted to end the game on our terms by scoring a touchdown, and our guys responded the right way.
Did what you mentioned about 45 minutes, I mean, their defense had been on the field about 90 plays at that point.
That's a huge impact and on the situation. And what we try to do, we try to watch the game and feel the game and understand that those things go into making those kinds of decisions. We felt like we were wearing them down, ran the ball well. We feel like our runner's the best runner in the league. Guys came off the ball and moved them, and then Zeke did the rest of it. And then obviously we were able to convert for the touchdown after that.
Jason, did you personally ever throw over 54 times in a game? And secondly, what did the volume passing say about your quarterback?
Yeah, I didn't play very much, as you know that.
School, college, anywhere?
Yeah.
Against Brown?
Yeah, I don't know that I did. One of the things that I thought was important, that number's high, and that's not really the style of football that we typically play, but we had 93 plays in the game. So that's a lot of plays, and we like to have balance. We did run it for well over 100 yards. Zeke did get his touches. But what was good about it was I thought we were efficient in the passing game. We're completing balls. Obviously, the 2 interceptions were not good. Dak would like to have those back. But, you talk about mental toughness. that guy we got playing quarterback for us, he's a tough son of a bitch now. And you saw that today. You saw the physical toughness, you saw the mental toughness, and you saw him throughout the game overcome adversity and make the critical plays at the critical moments. So, again, not typically the style we play. Typically, it's a recipe for disaster when you throw it over 50 times. But I thought he was efficient, and then he was able to make the big plays when he needed them.
Talking about mental toughness, Brett misses the 43-yarder and then kicks the 62-yarder on the last play of the half. How big was that?
It was huge. It was a huge lift for us. You know, we wanted to cash in on that drive, and, you know, he looked at me and said, give me a shot here. And, you know, 62 is a big kick, and you have to factor in, okay, should we throw a Hail Mary? But he had a great look about him. He had a great look in his eyes. So we said, hell yeah, let's give him a shot. And obviously he put it through the pipes. I thought that gave us a big lift going into halftime.
You didn't try it on 4 seconds to go, so was it a bit desperate at that point? 1 second to go?
Well, you have a choice there, and really what we did with 4 seconds to go was something a little uncharacteristic. We were going to try to just get a few more yards and bang the timeout, and typically that's not the number you do it. Typically you need more than that, but I just felt like it was pretty long, so we're trying to get him a couple yards. We were going to give him a chance, but then you say, you weigh in, let's throw the Hail Mary versus kick a 62-yarder. You know, what's the likelihood of something cashing in? And again, he had a great look in his eye, and he drilled it.
Great play by the defense all around today again.
Yeah, I thought the defense did a great job, really throughout this ball game. You know, there were a couple of drives at the end of the game they'd like to have back. But again, give Philadelphia credit. They got a lot of good players over there. They got a really good coaching staff and a really good football team. And they weren't going to go away. It was a hard-fought game. And again, I thought our guys scratched and clawed and fought and made plenty of plays to win the game on the defensive side.
3rd and 7, do you know that they're coming after you? I mean, is that, even if they were before that snap, you call the timeout thing, were you waiting?
You're talking about the last one?
Yes.
Yeah, you would anticipate that in that situation. So you try to have options within your past patterns that give you good answers against heat, give you good answers against the different kinds of zone covers that they might play. And again, they heated us up, and he threw it to the right guy. And you know, again, that's not how you design it. Obviously, you don't want the tip ball and all of that, but we did anticipate that, and those guys responded well to make a play.
Was that as active as your tight ends have been in a while? I mean, it seemed like they were making a lot of plays.
Yeah, they really did. And again, a real tribute to Dak. I thought he did a good job reading through things and getting the ball to the right guy at different times. Blake Jarwin really came up big over and over and over again, made some contested catches, made some strong runs after the catch, so made some positive plays. And then Schultz at the end, a big play on that last drive.
Why was this 4th and 1 different than the Houston 4th and 1?
Yeah, again, if you watch the games and you feel the games, they dictate a lot of the decisions. So I don't want to dredge up Houston, but I think we stopped them 9 straight times in Houston, and we didn't block them real well in Houston, and it was about 4th and 2. And so we decided to play to our defense in that game. And in this game, I think we had over 500 yards of offense, and we're driving the ball, and we had the ball for 45-plus minutes. So it's nice sometimes with the analytics guys, they sit up in a vacuum and say, you should go for this, you shouldn't go for it. But ultimately, these decisions are made by guys who are seeing the game and feeling the game, and they're executed by men who have been playing the game.
5 straight wins. How reminiscent of is this from the run you all went on with Dak in his rookie year?
If you're around here much, I don't really compare much. You know, we're just banging away. We're scratching and clawing. Each and every day to prepare the right way and play the right way. This is a hard-fought game against a really good football team. They're the defending champs, and they got great players over there, and they got great pride and character on their team, and they're really well coached. So I was proud of our guys that we scratched and clawed and battled the way we did and played with the kind of spirit that we did.
Do you have any idea at this point how serious Zach Martin's injury is?
He hurt his knee. It appears like it's the same knee that he's been dealing with all year long. So, you know, talk about a tough individual. Talk about a guy who inspires his teammates and his coaches. He's something else. So we'll see how it is tonight and tomorrow and make the assessment going forward.
You're talking about how tough Dak is, and time again, you see where it looks like he's struggling and he rises in the 4th to respond. After the 2 interceptions and the fumble today, does he say anything to you? Does he say anything
Yeah, he just
to the
has a
team?
great look about him. He's one of those guys that, you know, have some success, keep going, have some adversity, keep going. He's a tremendous leader. The guys look at him. He's got this look in his eye like, hey, don't worry about me. I'm going to keep coming. And he did that. And he'd like to have those plays back, but he did a lot of really good things in and around those plays for a lot of this ball game. And then he came up with the critical plays at the critical moments.
You talk about how well you handled 3rd downs in each direction tonight?
Yeah, it was huge. We had a lot of them on offense. I think we were 10 out of 19. Anytime you're over 50%, and you make 10 third downs in a game, that's pretty good. Again, against a good football team. And on the other side, I thought our defense did a great job just simply getting off the field. I think a lot of those were fairly manageable too, and I just think we defended well, we rushed well, and made a lot of plays on contested balls, and that was going to be critical in this game.
You have a 2-game lead in the East and the tiebreakers, and I know you're not going to change things wildly, but what does that mean for a team that was 3-5 5 weeks ago?
Not much. You know, the biggest thing we got to do is there's a ton of stuff in this game we got to clean up. So we'll do that as coaches tomorrow, and the players will come back in on Tuesday and get back to work. And you know, so this was a good win for our football team, but our eyes are forward.
You said these guys are inspirational to you. And why is that?
I just get a chance to be around them every day. I see them come in and work the way they work in meetings and walkthroughs and practice. I see how they care about each other, and how much they love each other, how much they like to compete together. And then I see it every week in games. You know, the NFL is tough. You're going to have some success, you're going to have some adversity, and how these guys get stronger and closer as you fight through the adversity each week. And you fight through the adversity of the season, that's inspirational to me. I feel fortunate to be around them.
When Zeke went out, did he get tested for a concussion?
Concussion or a neck. I think that was the issue. Thanks, guys. All right, good to see you.